A lot of you have been asking, oh my gosh, how long does it take you to do your makeup? And I figured, why don't I just show you? Step 1, remove the battle damage from the previous day's makeup. Yep, that's right. I don't remove it before I go to bed because I'm lazy. And sometimes it remains from the day before, so I just use it as a stencil. And I cover up my other makeup and eyeshadow with different colors. And then all I have to do is just put more colors on and then follow my previous line from my eyeliner, and then I know I'm good to go. Today's makeup is actually going to be almost identical to what I normally do with my Tiefling, but there's little subliminal messages in there because there is a storyline that I do with Genevieve. So if you've noticed from day 1 till now, her makeup has slowly been changing. It's becoming more and more blue, more and more dramatic. These are little subtle hints that I do during the videos. Just like how I hide things on the set, kind of like reading one of those I Spy books that we had as kids. That's exactly what this is. There's little hints in all of my videos that are leading to future episodes. And it's really upsetting for me when I post these videos and they don't really go viral, you know? And it sucks. To me, my opinion is I'm a millennial, which means I have to work twice as hard no matter what, and that includes when I'm on social media, but I love to do it, so I'm just going to do it. Give a good cleanse out of the entire face, and then we're good to go. Yay! Today's video is brought to us by Braley. They are a fun makeup company. So they have sent me the pomegranate serum that I'm going to be using to apply before I put my makeup on. And they also have a really fun face mask, and this is what it looks like, which I'm not using today. So their serum, which is a whitening, brightened skin serum, is going to be used before I put anything else on. So, ready? Here we go. Best thing to do whenever you do a ton of makeup like I'm about to do is you want to layer on your pre-cleansers. So clean your skin, you want to hydrate your skin, and then you want to seal your skin, so to speak, so that when you get all this makeup on, A, it's a lot easier to get off, and B, it's not going to clog your pores and create massive breakouts. So you always want to go in layer of thickness to lightness. So in this case, Braley is a little bit thicker, and it is the serum, so it's going on first. And then after that, I will be adding my next thing, which is an oil, because that's the last one you want to do. And then we're going to do our primer after that once it's set. So here we go. I'm going to be using the Recovery Treatment Oil. This is very light. I will actually rotate this between this one and my Rose Pro Collagen Oil. So I like to rotate them for obvious reasons, but I always do this one last because it is a lighter primer, so to speak. It's kind of like a primer. So we're just going to get that oil in there. Then I'm going to be doing Dr. Brandt Ruby Crystal Complex for underneath my eyes. It helps with fine wrinkles that you're going to get because I am getting older, so I am getting the crow's feet. But I'm going to get the crow's feet regardless because I favor sleeping on the side of my face, so I'm going to get that no matter what. But I use your ring fingers, use some out of control with your fingers, that way it's a little bit lighter. Next is another Dr. Brandt. This one is a luminizer primer. It's a base primer. It already has a color pigment to it, so it looks pretty much like your foundation. But this, it smells like lavender to me. Like it has a lavender oil in it. And I really do love this primer. But it does make my skin silky smooth. And the key to this makeup is wear a shirt you're a shirt you're willing to ruin, because that's what's going to happen, because it's going to get all the way down. So when I do the primers, I have to include them on my neck and my shoulders and anywhere else, otherwise it's not going to come out easily. So here we go, guys. And last but not least, the Baby Skin Pore Eraser. if you are like me, you have acne scars. Oh look, a random piece of glitter. I don't use glitter. What are you talking about? I have acne scars, so I use this to kind of give it a base and to fill in those holes so that I am able to apply the rest of the makeup and it doesn't cake in there. My acne scars are really bad on my cheeks, so I will apply it to those places primarily, and I will get it all smoothed in so you're good to go for the next step for the fun part. First things first, we're going to put on this super fun wig cap. As you can tell, it's been used every single time. Yes. Oh yeah, darling. This is how sexy you look. So sexy. Get it to work, put it back over, and then just kind of slide it up. And then it should hold the hair really well. It should. Start with my eyes, and I will start first and foremost with primer for the eyes so that the eyeshadow sticks really well. And in this case, my favorite one is from Pretty Vulgar. So we will get the primer to the eyes. Off the eyebrows. If I were to give anyone advice, if this is the first time they're doing eyebrows or the first time they're doing their makeup, is to trust the process. Right now looking, I'm going, oh my god, my eyebrows, okay? But trust the process, because by the time you're done, you're gonna be like, ooh, wow, that looks good. Up next, we're moving on to the brow bar. There you go. Alright, up next, we're moving on to the brow bar. We're going to be using the light one over here. That is just going to be for my highlighter. It's going to give the illusion that I have high eyebrow bones. Bones? Good, I'm done. Time to go. We're good to go now. Just kidding. Now we're going to blend in. Yay! Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my highlighter from Il Makiage, and I'm only going to put this in the corner of my eyes because I'm going to do it again and use it like an eraser for any of the blue eyeshadow that drops. It's already starting to give me a headache, so we're going to have to make this fast. Now what we're doing is we're moving on to the eyes, and I'm going to be using my absolute favorite Gamer Glam Cosmetics. I love this eyeshadow palette. It looks like a giant controller, and all of these amazing colors are so smooth and so easy to put on. So we're gonna get started. I always do the shades first, the shading first. Just kidding, I do the highlighter first. I totally grabbed the wrong brush. All right, so we're gonna do the highlighter first, and it's gonna be this top one up here, which is the Passar, I think is how you say it. And that is gonna hang out up here in the peak of my eyebrows. And then I'm gonna bring it a little more to the corner of my eye, so it's going to hang out right there, and then I'm going to do it again on the other side. We are moving on to the colors. For this one, I'm starting with the dark, which is the Destiny. It's like a really deep cerulean blue. This is going to go right in the corner. We'll start this side, right up here in this top part. And I'm going to keep pulling it upwards, because right now my eyebrows are lifted, right? Looks great. And then when I lower them, not so much. So I'm going to lift my eyebrows and keep pulling it up. And then we're going to do it to the same to the other side. Okay, once they look about even, which they do, now we're going to take the lower, the lighter color, which is the Portal. This is going to hang out on my lid. To look at photos of myself for reference from last times I've done my makeup. It happens, it's okay, you're not perfect, you're gonna forget, and that is fine. So now we're doing some more blues, just to make it more blue. Okay, and then we're gonna take that smaller brush again, just to get it all the way to my edge of my eyebrow, and then we're gonna pull it under. And it's going to be far, which is fine. That's what I want. It really makes my eyes pop. See? This is trust the process. Right now, it looks absolutely terrible. You need to trust the process. Trust me on this. Trust the process. Alright, up next, we're going to do a little bit of a highlighter. This is coming from Tarte. This is my favorite highlighter palette. I love this palette. And I'm going to be using the Marble Gold in the corner of my... As a tiefling, you will notice that my color scheme is blue and gold and black for the skin. And then, what's more like little black freckles. And then the outfit that I have, the cosplay itself, it incorporates all of that. So it all really ties in together, including my ears. This is a good example. This is my color scheme. So there's a lot of blue, black, and gold as a tiefling. Okay. A little bit of shading. We're going to be using the Essentials Violet Voss, the Pro Series, and we're just going to be using the plain black. This is just a little bit goes a long way. This is just going to hang out up here in the crease of my eye. All it's doing is pretty much enhancing the blue and making it stand out a little bit more. Plus it gives the illusion that I have thicker eyelashes, because sometimes I hate wearing falsies, so I won't. And I will just, you know, layer on the mascara really thick. And now we move on to the foundation. Now, I'm not going to walk you through this one. You're just going to watch and have fun and learn. Ready? Go. That's the foundation, pretty much putting it anywhere that I'm about to put all this blue. And here we go, the fun part. Airbrushing. So first things first, make sure that I have the spray how I want it. This one is my smaller little nozzle, my little like paint cup. I also have these ones, but I'm saving those for not today. And my other one is being cleaned. Now, I do have the Body Art Airbrush. The problem is with this is that it's a little too thick for my machine, so I actually have to water it down a bit. So what I start off with, I have 3 different colors that I use. The first one is a lighter blue, and then the second one is a darker blue for the shading, and then of course for the final shading is a little bit of this black. So I'm going to water this down and we're going to get started, and I'm going to follow it, and anytime I mess it up, it's fine, because the greatest failures make the greatest successes. You get to watch me airbrush, and I'm going to speed it up, so enjoy. So now we're done airbrushing, but as you could tell throughout that video, anytime I bent my neck, it would remove itself, right? So what I'm doing right now is I'm making sure all this is out. And of course, the best airbrush is a clean airbrush. So now what I'm gonna do, make sure, see, we still have color coming out. But I would put another one on, another one of my airbrush guns, but I don't want to. So we're gonna do it the hard way. So we're gonna keep going until it runs clear, because we're going to use the air to dry it. So we're gonna get all this out. All right, so the next step, pull these out. So I don't want to risk getting these actually in my ears. So what I end up doing is after all of this is done, I will go back through with my colors and I will get the places that need them. I don't want the sharp lines on my face. I want this to be more of a blend. Like my skin color is changing a little bit as a tiefling. And I also am doing that subtle hint that I was telling you guys about. So at some point it will make sense, I promise. But in the meantime, you're just gonna have to bear with me. All right, now the next step that I do is I add in, elements that make me human. As we know, tieflings are part demon, part human. So I'm gonna add in my human parts. What does that mean? That means my blush. The color, so to speak, okay? This one's gonna just neutralize it so it's not as pink. Anytime you're going on camera though, like I do, you want to overdo it, okay? Because you get drowned out with stage lighting, you get drowned out with lighting in general, so overdo your makeup so that it is still bright on your camera. Now I'm gonna do some highlighter, and the fun part is I have blue in here. So I'm going to take this highlighter and I'm going to go straight on my cheekbones and I'm going to highlight any part that would normally have a highlight, okay? And I even have fun with it and I heighten my collarbone. So my collarbone will have some highlight going on. Just a little bit, not a lot. Just enough that the camera catches it every now and again with the lighting. So I will heighten collarbone feature that I've taken so much time to enunciate. See, right now you can really see it. This is a perfect example. So I'm looking in my mirror and I can barely see it, but on the camera it's really bright. And that's what you want. You want to heighten any part of your body that is going to be really bright on camera, or that you want to be really bright on camera, right? Back to the whole trust the process. Except we have the eyeliner. So I'm already messing it up. Way to go. And if you ever mess it up, you can always start over, right? Right. Let's try not to do that. You evil little eyeliner, you. So now that I have the eyeliner out, what I like to do is I like to go back in with that black eyeshadow. And I like to follow that eyeliner line. Because it makes it much better. Bam. Trust the process. All right, so up next is actually going to be my mascara. Now when I do the mascara, I do 3 to 4 coats. If I don't want to wear falsies, if I do want to wear falsies, I'll actually just do 1. And in this case, I don't want to wear falsies today. I have new ones coming in later this week that I'll be using. So for today, we are just going to intensify. In fact, you can't tell right now, but I have ridiculously long natural eyelashes. If you have long eyelashes like I do, the best way to put the mascara on is like this, at an angle. So then you can see how thick you're making it on the outside, which is what I want. Alright, this is the last bit of the makeup that I need to do. It is the lips and the gold elements. Remember when I said that I do my makeup in stages? That's because once I get my false teeth in, I can't eat and I can't drink anything. So I like to save that for last. This is when I'm going to go take a break. I'm going to drink some water because for the next 3 hours I will be filming. So unless I am drinking water from a straw, I kind of can't drink anything. But then I'm also going to have my makeup on standby because you make touch-ups throughout filming. So I'm going to go take a break and I'll be right back. You ever just get into your makeup, just start filming for TikTok or anything, and then you remember, oh wait, I can't because I completely forgot that I ran out of something and I have to go to the store now to get it. Now, I'm back from my break. So there is one thing I wanted to point out. When I'm filming in this makeup, I'm in a climate controlled room, okay? So I'm still gonna get hot. It's still gonna suck because I'm wearing my costume and it does get hot down here. But if I were to wear this to like a Comic-Con, I can't use setting spray because this is water-based. And you want the water-based because A, it's not gonna stain your skin, and B, is really easy to get off. So what I do instead is this. Okay. It is this one. This is the HD setting. It's a set and forget setting power. It has 16-hour road-proof, long-lasting wear. It is a yellow, so it does kind of neutralize some of the pinks in my skin, but a very small amount goes a very long way. Moving on. Now what I'm going to be doing is making all of my gold and black freckles. So I actually start off with gold, and you guessed it, Mehron, my favorite. This is a very, very pretty gold. When you are using this, it's a dry powder. So to make it liquid, there is a liquid base you can mix into it, and it makes it like a paint. I don't need much powder. It's a very small amount of powder right in here, okay? A little bit goes a long way. So then what I'll do is I'll dip in to my liquid, just a little bit. Boop. That's all we need. Mix it until it's all incorporated. They're almost there. And there we go. See it? There we go. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to randomly place it on my skin. And just random sizes everywhere. Okay? And I'm sure if someone really wanted to, they could go into my videos and be like, that freckle moved! Well, you know what? It's fine. It's okay. So let's go ahead and get all this on. Faux gold freckles. You'll notice that on my ears I didn't do any, and that is because my prosthetic ears, the gold is at the tips, so I want the bottom to blend in so you don't really see that gold. And this is actual gold used in crafts, so I want this to look similar to that. Now my Tiefling character, she draws her power from the universe, specifically the void, and so this is kind of how that void looks. It has like the stars going on, it has the blues and black that out there in the universe, but the void itself. So I wanted to incorporate that into my makeup. Now, I used to do the black freckles that were the faux freckles, but that was before I did my airbrushing. So now that I'm doing my airbrushing, that black is already in there, so I don't need to do the black freckles anymore. And I don't really like to. I think it looks great with just the gold coming out. Next step, and this is the important part, the teeth. Now, my fangs need to be put in before I put all my lipstick on, because if I try to put my teeth in, it's gonna bring the lipstick with it, and nobody wants that. I'm gonna clean my teeth real quick. Okay, so these are prosthetic fangs. Bam. You just kind of clamp on to my real canines, and what I use is Polygrip, the denture adhesive cream. So I'm going to take the inside of my fangs and I'm going to just kind of put them right in there and pull. And it's okay if you do too much, because it'll turn into your gums to look that much more real. And so what then I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere them to my fangs. We'll do the second one. Teeth are in. Fantastic. I'm not going to be able to eat for the next 24 hours. I'm just kidding. But I got my tongue. I found my tongue. I feel my tongue. Alright, we're good. Alright. Now we're moving on to the lips. Now, my tiefling, she usually has dark black lips, but I like to throw it off because, you know, if she were a real life person, she'd probably want to change her lipstick every now and again, right? Right. So today, we're going to do black and red, and then we're still going to have her trademark gold. So here we go. I probably could have gone higher, but I don't really want to. Alright, so for the next part is the gold whole part that comes down. So, here we go. I do not say Same gold we use for the faux freckles. We're going to moisten our brush, and we're going to do it in one stroke. Okay? Here we go. Now, the reason we want to do it in one go is because it's really hard to make it straight if you don't, if you know what I mean. So do it in one go, and then you can fix it after that. So since I have this fun chin that sticks out, it's thick, narrow, thick. So I have to go back through and make it a little thicker where it's going down. But not too thick, otherwise it tears the whole thing off. Okay? From here, I'm going to take that same gold, different brush, same one we use with the freckles, and I'm going to go into the corner of my eye. Call it a tear, call it a corner. Like I said, I have many things that I do because I'm alluding to something. Done in any of my videos. And there's a reason for it. I'm hinting to something. I can't think of the word, man. Here is where you would put all your costume on. You do what you need to do. If you are going to be putting on any type of prosthetic ears, do what works for you. What I do is I put them on before I put the wig on because I don't want the spirit gum to stick to my wig. So what I'll do now is I will put them on before I put the wig on. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get into costume, and then I'm going to glue them on, and then I'm going to put the wig on, and you guys can see the final attraction. On that? Oh, and that one. Right. Now what we're going to do is we are going to be gluing on the ears. Spirit gum. Make sure if you're doing spirit gum, you can see your spirit gum over. Okay. So, this is the really icky glue part that I'm not a fan of, but it works great, so don't mind complaining. So this is my left ear. What I'm going to do is I'm going to paint all up inside here. Make sure it's a good size of this. Pretty much anywhere the money here might possibly go is what I'm doing. Okay, we're going to wait a couple seconds for it to be tacky. And then we're going to put them on. And of course, I'll speed it up for you. And there we have it. Now we have my ears on. From here, I'm just going to rearrange some things, get my earring where it needs to go. And now we're going to move on and get the rest of the costume on. So ready? Here we go. Speeding up. She is done. She is in costume. All the paints that I did, you can now see how it blends in with my face and the wig, and how now it goes really well with the rest of the costume. All in all, makeup from start to finish, makeup, costume, etc. It takes about 2 hours to do. It used to take me 4. So we are definitely perfecting it, and I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'll gladly answer them for you. If you want a tutorial on like how to do airbrushing, or which best airbrush to use, or anything else on those lines, let me know. This costume, all in all, let me give you a little gander at it. She is my favorite costume. You can listen to that. So this is a collection of multiple different costumes that I've put together, either things I've made myself or things that I've been repurposing. So in this case, I do like to repurpose a lot of my costumes, or repurpose things that I find online, because I'm not as good of a seamstress as I wish I could be. So this costume itself, all the way down to here, is actually a steampunk costume I found online, and I tweaked it how I wanted it. I got a different corset for it. I used the same belt. This was from an antique market. These also came online. This came with it, as did this fun thing. The wig is from a company that I adore, own at Wigs Beauty. The ears I made myself, as well as the horns. And then these steampunk goggles took me a very long time to find, because I wanted to find something that really went with the theme of Genevieve in her tavern. And that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It took a very long time to make. So I am Lady Dreadnought. Thank you. I'm signing off. And if you haven't had a chance, go ahead and follow me on my channels, Instagram, YouTube, as well as TikTok. And I will catch you all later. There's someone at the door.